Jigs the status of being the patron saints of the cowboy. So of course, you know, like all good saints, they passed on. And in early 1990s, about 1993, worst drought ever hit southern Idaho and northern Nevada came through. And my friend Ted Hoffman from Mountain Home, Idaho, penned this verse asking for help from the patron saints to deal with the drought. Old Sandy Bob and Buster Jiggs and other cowboys from the past. Legendary outside ropers, fearless and fast. And one night they roped the devil. They tied a knot in his tail. And the buckaroos in the Sierra Pete still hear the devil's wail. Old Sandy Bob and Buster, they've been riding for the Lord. With honest neighbors and gentle cows, they've been getting mighty bored. Till one day Buster peeks out over the clouds. He lets out a terrible shout. He said, "Look at here, Sandy, the whole damn West is burning in a drought. From the Snake to the Colorado, rivers won't flow to fly. Streams have quit and grass is short and the wind is hot and dry. And deer with tongues a-hanging follow ranchers' water trucks. Our old home range is all on fire. Good families going belly up. Now cowboys take it personal about the critters in the land. Sandy says it might could work. I think I got a plan." So they wrangled up their horses, picked the stoutest they could find, then hit a high lope through western clouds across the borderline. Now they pulled up on the heels of this fierce Siberian squall, screwed down their hats and jerked their cinches and faced the roaring wall, and then shook out those riatas, built loops about a half-mile wide, and those ponies trembled and blew like rockets as the steel touched their sides. Those loops flashed out like comets. They dallied like rattlesnakes. Sandy caught the sorn by the horns and Buster roped one front leg. And the lightning flashed and the thunder roared. Hail bruised them to the bone. Their necks were bowed. They were dragging rain to where the deer and the antelope roam. Now that storm sold up about Seattle, stopped and just laid down. So Sandy ties him to Mount Hood so it couldn't slip on around. Then he shouted, "Now I'm bound for hell because the devil's at the bottom of this. And I'll tie another knot in his tail if I don't get us out of this fix." Old Sandy, he come back blistered, but brought 6 red heeler dogs. He sicked them on, they went to biting, spitting out chunks of fog. The dogs on the heels and those boys on the horns, storm jumps to its feet. Set off trotting, ran and squalling, finally broke the lead. From Bruno to San Angelo, Tonopah to Big Piney, streams went to flowing and the grass is growing and the critters are slick and shiny. Men were cheering, women crying, and the bills are getting paid. That storm realized it rained on the desert, it dried up and died of shame. Old Sandy Bob and Buster, boy, they're as proud as speckled pups. They knew they'd have to roll their bed as St. Pete comes trotting up. Pete just laughed, "Don't worry, boys, you caused nobody pain. You forget the boss is the shepherd himself, and ain't nothing quite as right as rain."